Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Onyx Path YouTube channel, where I, Travis Legg, will be delivering the Onyx Path news again. I am standing in for Matthew Dawkins, who is currently in the midst of a triumphant return from UK Games Expo, and I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about that next week. But in the meantime, I'll be here to go over all of the news that's fit to broadcast, I guess, not print necessarily. Though I suppose it's printed if you look in the description where all the links that I'll be talking about will be. So, couple things. First off, we want to talk about our recent releases. We have released the Spaceships Tasty Bit for Trinity Continuum Aeon, which is super cool. I actually just picked it up and looked through it myself this morning. It has a wealth of vehicles to add to your Trinity Continuum and campaigns. Everything you could ever possibly want in terms of space travel, uh, creating ships for various concepts that you might have for your characters. Anything from space battle type facing campaigns to scavengers to mining ships. Everything is covered. It's a ridiculous amount of ships that you get for the low price of $1.99. The link to that is in the description below. Also wanted to bring up that we have had a couple of community content unlocks last week. We had the art assets, and layout assets for Trinity Continuum Assassins, which is hot on the heels of the Bloody Burrows expansion, which is sort of a tentpole community content release. It came out a couple of weeks ago, should be going into POD very soon. I believe errata on that closes on Wednesday. So that is kind of, it's an Assassin's release that's focused on New York City, and it's designed to not only be useful at your table, but if you're looking at creating your own Assassin's community content, it is sort of a primer for that. It's building blocks to expand on. So definitely pick up Bloody Burrows. Definitely check out the Assassins layout templates and art. I would love to see what folks can put together for Assassins. I love that I guess subgenre of Trinity Continuum. And working on Bloody Burrows was a lot of fun. And of course, also we released the assets and layout templates for Trinity Continuum Adventure, which is hugely exciting to me. I actually have some work left over from when I worked on Adventure that just we didn't have the room for, that I will be releasing soon myself, just as soon as I have time to sit down and lay it out. But with the upcoming Onyx PathCon, I've been a little busy and may continue to be so until the convention. Let's see what else we got going on. Over on BackerKit, we are still raising funds for At the Gates. I believe that wraps up Thursday. I only remember that off the top of my head because it's also my birthday. But yeah, it is funded. We've unlocked a ton of stretch goals. If you've not yet gotten involved yet, now is a great time to go check it out. I believe most of the manuscript has now been revealed to backers. So it's a good time to hop in, really see what the game is about. If you're into JRPGs, if you're into fantasy role-playing, if you checked out the world below, either on its backer kit or in any of the actual plays that are going, uses the same system and is also part of the Earthbane cycle, sort of a collected universe of games, if you will. So any of these things sound interesting, cool to you, you definitely want to check out At the Gates. If you already have backed it, go take a look, see what else has been unlocked. There have been some stretch goals that are just added across the board, but also some things unlocked that you can add on to your pledge. So definitely get in there, take a look at it, and help us get the word out about At the Gates in these final days of our crowdfunding by BackerKit campaign. Also would like to give a shout out to our friends over at the Old Ways podcast. who will be having a character creation session for a certain game that's been making the rounds through some of our friends and associates in the streaming world. And that, I believe, is scheduled to be dropping on the 7th ish over there. So what I would recommend you do is you go head over to Google, type in the Old Ways podcast, and just follow everything that comes up. Like, subscribe, get all those words out and out into the world, so that you will get the appropriate feedback from not only this wonderful program that is on the way, but all of the amazing program the Old Ways does. It's a really cool show. I know they're branching out into Twitch streaming as well at this point. And they have an ongoing game featuring, if you've watched any of our actual plays, and you've seen Leco Rodriguez is running a game over on their Twitch now as well. So like I said, definitely check out the Old Ways podcast and follow them everywhere that they exist. A couple other things that I've been instructed to remind you all. We love to see the Where I Read threads showing up over on the various forums, particularly Reddit and RPGNet. And these, if you're not familiar, these are basically threads that an audience member can put together where they read a book and they talk about their thoughts on it. And one of the principal ways that our games get introduced to other people is people talking about them. Whether it's running them at your friendly local game store, whether it's talking about them online in forums, putting together your own games through Start Playing or through any other, sort of looking for group websites. Your word of mouth is what helps us get the word out and press forward and make new games. So definitely, if you have the capacity and you're checking out one of our books, go drop a thread over there and, use that sort of examine what you think of the book and hopefully turn some other folks onto it. Speaking of examining what you think for a book, or think of a book, I should say, leaving ratings and reviews over at DriveThruRPG is also massively helpful to us. The more people can look at a listing and see that the audience is enjoying it and see that other gamers are finding it useful at their tables and entertaining at their tables, the more likely they are to pick it up. And the more books they buy, the more books we can make. So if you are checking out anything of ours, whether it's the latest tasty bit, or if you're picking up one of our earliest productions, take a look through it, see what you like, leave a rating, leave a review. Go back into your library. If you have something sitting around that you've had for years, but maybe you've never left a review of it, now's a great time to pop in, take 2 minutes, drop some stars on it, and tell people what you like about it. It is a incredible help to us, and it does help us, push forward and make new things for the future. Lastly, I want to make sure to remind you to reach out to us through our content creator form, which is in the description, and let us know about anything that you are creating using our games. If you're doing an actual play or a podcast, if you are maybe vlogging or making reviews of things, just making instructional videos, any sort of media that you're making about our games, we would like to see, we would like to know, and we would like to help spread the word about. So again, in the description on this video, you'll find the content creator form. Please reach out to us. Let us know what you've got cooking so that we can share it with the world. High tides raise all boats and all that jazz. So I believe that is it for the news for today. I would like to thank you very much for tuning in and checking it out. I would like to remind you to, like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. And I would also like to wake up. Somebody forgot to shut their alarm off. Uh, oh, I have a question. Is At the Gates a JRPG send up? I don't know if send up is the word I would use. It's an homage to JRPGs. It's inspired by JRPGs. One might even say it emulates the feel of JRPGs. When I hear the word send up, I think more along the lines of like they came from, where it's like humorous intent, and that's not the case with At the Gates. Um, but yeah, it is definitely has inspiration from that very very clearly, and I think it wears it on its sleeve, and I think all to its credit. I had the immense joy of playing in an actual play of At the Gates a couple weeks back, and it is definitely the most JRPG like feeling that I've ever had in a tabletop game. So for me, it hits on all cylinders. And I did not work on At the Gates. I didn't encounter it until the rest of the public did. So um, just speaking strictly as a fan, it really scratched that itch for me. It really fit that mold for me. So I expect it'll do so for you as well. So if you haven't checked it out yet, head over to the back of Kit. There's a couple days left. Throw some money at it and get your hands on the manuscript. Look through it. If you like it, throw more money at it. It's a low risk and a huge way to assist us in getting the book out, and to make sure that you get your hands on a traditionally printed copy, or some of the extra add-ons we have. So definitely check it out while it's running. On that bright shiny note, I must go. I have a meeting I'm being summoned to, but I will, I'm sure, see you all again. Yes, no, Matthew has not changed. Matthew is simply in midst of a victory voyage home from UK Games Expo. I am a humble replacement. But I'm a humble replacement that's going to hit the road. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Please be sure to, again, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Drop your ratings and reviews over at Drive-Thru. Check out the new Tasty Bit. And happy to stand in. I'm happy and honored to be able to do so. Always, thanks. I guess we will see you all again real soon. Stay out of trouble. And as a famous newsman once said, I am out of here.